everyone. Again, my name is Jamie McKetchie, and I'm the Library Director here at McPherson College, and I'm excited to join your ACE classes again this week for another virtual presentation. We're going to be going into a little bit more detail about how to use the library's resources in your student research. So there'll be a set of a few videos. I'm going to do some presentation and some demonstration. There will also be a Google form, and so I would encourage you to pull that up and have that open. And as you're watching the video, there'll just be some prompts in that Google form, some questions for you to answer to just help make sure that you're learning this material. So let's go ahead and get started. So I wanted to start by just reviewing some of the information that we talked about the last time that I was with your class. So first of all, again, the mission of Miller Library is to provide access to information and to instruct and assist stakeholders in locating, using, and evaluating this information. So again, an academic library is a little bit different than maybe a public or school library. Our focus is really on research and information access and just working with students and faculty on how to navigate those information resources. So that's what the library is all about. And then as far as what research is, so we can all get on the same page, a definition of research that I like to use is it is the systematic investigation into and study of materials and sources in order to establish facts and reach new conclusions. So a very broad definition. It'll apply to you, not just in your classes, but also just in your day-to-day life. And again, hopefully you'll be able to use the library during your time here to conduct really great research. And I like to think about research as making your sandwich, right? So if you just kind of rely entirely on Google or whatever sources are free to you and available to you that you're familiar with, it might look like a sandwich made from a hot dog bun and some jelly and some liver cheese and some salt. It'll just be kind of random and not very high quality. And so instead, I would encourage you to again use the library's resources. We have some really high quality resources that if you were to find them elsewhere, you would have to pay money for. So we provide access to that high quality information. And also, the librarians here are really here to help be your navigators as far as utilizing these materials. So please reach out to us. We're here to help you because I know that this kind of more formal academic research is a new thing. So we're here to help. And again, how can you reach out to us and how can we help you? We are located on the second level of Miller Library. That's a new development with COVID, but for right now, know that you have to come up to the second level of the library to access the librarians. We are here Monday through Thursday, 11:30 to 7:30, and Friday, 11:30 to 5. In addition to that, you can email us at library@mcpherson.edu, and we'll get back to you quickly at that address. You can also call or text us. So you might just save this number in your phone at 620-374-9622. And yeah, we're happy to call or text with you at that number. And then finally, there is a chat service that's available on the library's website, which I'll show to you in a little bit. And there's also QR codes that are on signs posted throughout the library. So we encourage you to be in touch with us in that way. All right, now that we've done that little bit of review, what are our goals for today? Oh golly, that was out of order. That's okay though. So we're going to start by talking about how to choose a topic. Next, I'm going to talk about defining and locating a monograph. We will talk about defining and locating an academic journal article. And finally, I want to make sure that you all know how to use interlibrary loan. So let's talk first about choosing a topic. I like to remind students that you shouldn't just go for something that you feel like is easy. Sometimes easy can actually be overwhelming and more difficult than you think it might be. Make sure instead that it is something that is interesting to you. So whether you're doing research for a class or, of course, you're just looking into information for your own enjoyment, just make sure that you find something that energizes you or that you want to dig into. Secondly, it's important to start by just doing some background research and to develop keywords. So it depends on the topic or the class or the subject matter how and where you should go to do this background research, I'd always encourage you to reach out. For the topic that I'll be demonstrating on today, I'm going to choose Charles Dickens, the author, to research a little bit. And so, for instance, I could look up biography.com and read his biography on there and learn a little bit more about him that way. So definitely do some background research and think about different keywords that'll help you in your search later on. And finally, ultimately, you'll want to ask a research question and examine both sides. We're not going to get to this part of the process today, but just keep in mind that research isn't necessarily just, I want to learn more about this topic. It is also tied to some sort of question and wanting to learn something new and keeping your mind open to both sides, both like different answers to that question, so that you can truly be learning. All right, so that is the first video. I'm going to go ahead and press pause, but I'll see you back in a little bit.